So today's concept is important collection framework.
Okay.
So before entering into collection framework, we need to understand what is a data structure.
Okay.
So what exactly a data structure is? So data structure is nothing but it's like a storage box. It is a storage box in which we can add elements. We can add elements, read elements, delete, replace, or copy one data structure to another data
And
structure. So in short, we can manipulate that elements. Okay, so that is nothing but data structure.
okay.
So one best example for data structure is nothing but list, stack, queue. So all these are nothing but data structure example. Okay, so these are nothing but data structures. There is small difference array and data structure. Difference between array and data structure. Array is nothing but array is collection of similar data type. That is nothing but same data type.
Yeah.
But when I'm talking to data structure can be similar or dissimilar data type also. So I'm writing DS. DS is nothing but collection of similar or dissimilar data types. And one more difference is array size is fixed. Okay, so during creation of array we are writing the size, but data structure, it grows dynamically. As you are adding elements, okay, it is growing dynamically, its size is not fixed. Okay, so that
Okay.
is the
Okay.
main difference between array and data structure. So there are so many
Okay.
data structures in Java. There are so many data structures, like I have one main data structure that is nothing but collection. So from collection you have something called as list, you have set, map, queue, sorted, map. So all these are nothing but different data structures, and all these are interfaces. Okay, I'll show you one diagram.
Okay.
We need to remember the diagram, and if we know the diagram, okay, we know collection framework. So I'll just
Okay.
show the diagram. We have one hierarchy. That hierarchy is important. I was talking about this diagram.
Okay.
So this diagram is important, and here as you see, the main interface is nothing but collection, and from collection one interface is coming, that is nothing but set, and set we have sorted set, and set is having one feature. This feature we need to remember: does not allow duplicates, permits null values but only once, because duplicates are not allowed. That is feature of set.
Yeah.
So whenever someone is asking like what is set, we need to tell set does not allow duplicates, and feature of list and queue is nothing but it
Allows
allows,
duplicate.
yeah, it allows duplicate. and you have another category that is map and sorted map.
Okay.
And here, whenever I'm talking about map and sorted map, it stores in the form of key and it stores in the form of value. That is key comma value. If you want to store some value, you need to pass some key also.
Okay.
Okay, that is feature of map and sorted map. So here does not allow duplicate keys, permit null values. That is nothing but map and sorted map. So this is nothing but feature of the interfaces. And why the name has come like collection framework, because majority of interfaces are coming from the main interface that is nothing but collection. That is the reason name they have given as collection framework.
Okay.
Okay, now we'll understand all these are nothing but interfaces, and now we'll understand what is a framework. So normally framework is nothing but it is an architecture, or it is a guide by which we can develop complex applications. Okay, so it is nothing but a guide, or it is a reference by which we can develop complex application. So framework is used for reusability. Okay, based on which we are developing so many application. That is the reason I am calling it as it is like reusability. Yeah, okay, it is a kind of guide or reference or architecture. Okay, so that is nothing but framework. And why the name has come as collection framework? Because majority of interfaces are coming from collection only.
Okay.
Now let us go to one slide in which I am showing you. So this we have understood. Set, it does not allow duplicate. List and queue allows duplicates. Okay, and it
Allow duplicates.
yeah, map and sorted map is nothing but
Map
stores in the form of key and value.
value and
Yeah,
key and value.
and keys are not duplicate. Okay, value can be okay. Null values
value.
are possible, and duplicate values are also possible.
Okay.
Okay, let us go for one more slide. This one. So this slide is important. Okay, so here as you see, you have same thing: collection set, sorted set, list, map, and sorted map. The description what I have given in tree, now I have written in the text format. So yeah, collection is nothing but it forms root interface, comes with method define basic operation, and makes data structure as one unit. Okay, that is fine. Okay, nothing is there. So set, subclass of this interface have common feature of not allowing duplicate elements. Set does not allow duplicate, but example you need to remember, that is this one. From set, what is the class coming? Hash set and linked hash set.
Linked hash set.
Okay, so this we need to remember. And from sorted set, whenever I'm talking about sorted, you need to remember it prints in the ascending order. Okay. So sorted is nothing but ascending order. It prints the element in the ascending order. And example for sorted set is nothing but tree set. Okay. And I'm going for last one, that is sorted map. As I said, like map is stores in the form of key and value. Okay.
Yeah.
So it gives ascending order of the keys, and sorted is nothing but ascending. And whenever sorted is coming, you can just have a look, that is nothing but tree map. So tree is coming. So tree is nothing but your hint.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going for list. List is nothing but it allows duplicate, and you have linked list, array list, vector. Okay. Next I'm going for map. Map is nothing but hash map, linked hash map, hash table. So these table is important. Okay. They'll ask like hash table is coming from. We need to tell map. Okay.
Yeah.
So vector is coming from list. Vector allow duplicate elements or not? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Let us see one program based on this. Okay.
Okay.
So before entering into program, we need to learn how to classes. Yeah, classes we have seen. Okay, now what we need to see is how to read.
How to
okay, how to read elements elements from a data structure. So for this there are three ways. There is something called as enumeration. Okay, enumeration is nothing but one interface. So you can use this interface, or we have one more thing, that is iterator. It is also an interface. Or else you can use list iterator. So all these are used for reading elements from a data structure. Okay. So
Yeah.
we'll go for enumeration first. Okay.
Okay.
And after that we'll see other data structures also. Okay. Now enumeration is having two methods. Okay. One method is has more elements. Okay. These methods we need to remember. These are important. Okay. Has more elements.
Okay.
So one more method is this is a method. Next element. Boolean has more elements. What it is doing is it checks whether, okay, it checks if elements are there in enumeration or not. Enumeration or not. Okay, that is what it is doing. And next element, what it does is it reads the element. Okay, it reads the element. So this is what it is doing. Let us see one program. Okay, in that program I'll show you this.
Okay.
Okay, so let me open Eclipse. Fine, this is nothing but my class. So first thing, I need to have some elements in some data structure. So what I am doing is I am choosing vector. So if I am talking about vector, vector is coming from list, and
List.
it allows duplicate.
Duplicate. Yeah.
Okay, so we need to remember in this way. Now I'm going for creating vector. If I'm writing vector, you need to write only vector. Okay, so vector. Here it is asking me what is that E. Okay, so you need to
Yeah.
specify integer or something. I'll tell what is that. So I'm writing v1 is equal to new vector.
Yeah. Yeah. I know this form of writing, the vector
Yeah.
representation.
Okay.
Yeah, I know
So
that.
this is nothing but generic.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is nothing but generic. So what we are doing is we are telling like vector, it allows only integer.
Integers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is nothing but generic. It is called as generic. It was introduced in JDK 1.5. Now I am writing v1 dot. If you don't know methods, no problem. Write v1 dot. It will automatically guide you. So here first method is there. What is that method? Add method.
Boolean. Yeah.
Okay. So add method. So I am adding that one. So add some, okay, value. I'm adding some 10, and
Okay.
I'm adding one more value, some 20, and I'm adding one more value, some 30. You can add duplicate also because it allows duplicate elements. Okay. So I'm adding one more 20. Fine. So these are nothing but my elements. Now question is, I want to use this one, enumeration. So if I want
Yeah.
to use enumeration, okay, you need to follow this structure. I'll just draw a diagram. Okay, what happened? So what we need to do is like this is nothing but your vector,
Okay.
and you need to copy all elements into enumeration object. let us say enumeration object is nothing but E. So right now elements are nothing but 10, 20, 30
20,
and again
30,
20.
20.
So these
Yeah.
elements I need to copy. Okay, total elements I need to copy, and I need to put it into E, and from E one by one I need to retrieve that one. Okay,
Okay.
so I need to copy entire thing into E. So how to copy? So for that we have enumeration. So I'm writing enumeration. So enumeration, here it is. Enumeration, you can write integer, because I'm getting integer element.
Yeah.
E is equal to v1 dot, there is one method name is nothing but elements. So
Okay.
what it is doing is it is copying all the elements into one object, that is nothing but E. So
E.
we have
Yeah.
achieved this one. Okay, now there are two
Yeah.
methods. As I said, there are two methods. One method is nothing but has more.
Has more elements.
Yeah,
Yeah.
has more elements. So has more elements, what it will do is it will check whether elements are there or not. Okay, so obviously
Yeah.
elements are there, so if elements are there it will return true. If elements are there, what I need to do, I need to fetch. So for fetching, what is the method name is nothing but
Next
next
element.
element. Okay,
Next
so
element. Yeah.
yeah, next element. So what I'm doing is I'm writing one while loop. Okay, and here I'm writing E dot has more elements. Okay, and I'm printing E dot next element. So this loop will iterate. Okay, first time it will check E dot has more elements. So elements are there, fine. So it is returning true. It is fetching first element. That means I got 10.
Yeah.
Now how many elements are there? 3 elements are there. Now it is again checking. E dot has more elements. Okay, 3 elements are there. That means elements are there still. Okay, it will return true. It will fetch another one. It will fetch another
Yeah.
one. So at last it is fetching 20 and it is again checking. E dot has more elements. Now elements are
No
not there. It
elements.
will return
Yeah.
false. So it is going out.
False.
Okay. So I'll just execute this one. Okay. So I got 10, 20, 30, 20. Okay. So we
Yeah.
have learned like how to use this vector and how to display or how to print that
Yeah.
by using
Enumerate
enumeration.
digit.
Okay. So here enumeration is like simple interface which is used to only read elements. Okay. So only reading elements is there for that. Okay. Now I'm talking about one
Yeah.
more. Iterator. I'm talking about iterator. So iterator is an interface. So it is an interface, and by using iterator we can read elements and we can remove elements also. Removing feature was not there in enumeration. Okay, but in
Okay.
iterator we can remove elements also. Okay, that means example is same thing. Instead of iterator, instead of enumeration, sorry. So this time what I have iterator. Okay, I need to copy all the elements from vector and I need to put into iterator. And from iterator, I need to fetch that one.
Yeah.
And one more feature is there, I can remove. And if
Remove.
I remove from iterator, it will also get removed from vector. Let us say I'm removing 10. So if I remove from iterator, it is also removed from the data structure, that is vector. I hope you are following, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let me talk about methods. There is one method called as only two methods. Okay, for reading, one method for removing. So boolean has next is a method. For fetching, next is a method. And for removing, remove is a method. Okay, so these are like three methods. These for checking, these for fetching, these for removing.
Removing.
And these methods are like same method, has more elements, and next is nothing but next element. Okay, same like earlier.
Yeah.
Now what I'll do is, in same program, I'll just remove enumeration part.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll now read elements
Iterator.
by using iterator. So I have iterator here.
Iterator.
Okay, if you observe, all are coming from java.util. So all
Yeah.
collection framework is coming from java.util only. Okay.
Yeah.
Total collection framework is coming from java.util. So I'm writing integer here because integer elements are there. So I'm writing it is equal to v1 dot, there is one method, first method, iterator.
Yeah.
So it will fetch all the elements of the vector into object that is nothing but it. So we got
IT.
this. So we got this one.
Yeah. This is same like numerator
Yeah,
only.
it is same. It is same. Okay,
Yeah.
fetching style
But
is
the
same.
next level will be different. Yeah.
Yeah, so fetching style is same. So I'm writing while.
Has more elements.
If you see, I did
Has
not
next.
type. If I did not type anything. Okay, it is taking automatically. Okay, I did not type anything.
Okay.
So what I have done is I have written while control space bar. So it is asking me. Okay.
Yeah.
So it is showing me the code whether you want to do this way. Okay. If I don't, if I want to do this way, I'll just write down. Okay. Enter.
Yeah.
So here I have it.next integer typecasting. Okay.
Integer.
And what I'm doing is here I'm changing something. Int, I'm writing I. So all the elements are coming into I. So I'm printing I here. Okay. Now I'll just run this one. So I got 10, 20, 30, 20. Meaning is same thing. it dot has next. Check it dot next. Fetch.
IT next.
Convert into integer. Store in I. Print that one.
Yeah.
So that is nothing but iterator. Now, as I said, we can
Remove.
remove also. Okay.
Yeah.
So we can remove also. What I'm doing is, now I'm writing if I is double equal to some 20. Okay. it dot remove. I'm writing this condition. And again, what I'm doing is, I'm taking one more iterator. Okay, just to know whether it deleted or not.
Mm.
So I'm writing integer. Let us say it2 is equal to v1 dot iterator.
Iterator.
Okay. So I'm writing my while loop. So this is nothing but my while loop.
Yeah.
So here I'm writing int some g.
So
So
now
I,
20 is removed from that list.
yeah, just to check 20 is removed or not. So
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just going for run. So I have 10, 20, 30, again 20. After that, I have
Yeah.
only 10 and 30.
10,
Okay.
30. Yeah.
These two elements are nothing but last while loop. Above is nothing but my first while loop. Okay.
Okay.
So that is what we have in this iterator. Let us move to another one. List iterator.
Illustrated.
List iterator is somewhat powerful. Okay. Powerful in the sense it is having so many methods.
Okay.
So it can read elements. It can read elements, and it can read in forward direction, that is normal direction. It can read in backward direction also. Okay. It can remove element. It can replace element. It can add new element. Okay. So many functionalities are there in list iterator. That means if I have all the elements from vector
Yeah.
to list iterator, I can remove element, I can add element, I can replace element, I can print in backward
Yeah.
direction, forward direction. So many
Yeah.
functionalities are there in list iterator. Okay. So for that, obviously methods are also there. Okay, let me show methods. I
Yeah.
have a few methods listed in PPT. Okay. So I'll just show the methods. Yeah, this is my list iterator. So iterator has sub interface that is nothing but list iterator. So which has more
Yeah.
features, and features are something like this. I have one method has next. It is same method.
Yeah.
I have method
Void remove.
remove. I have
Remove.
next, and here
Next.
comes new methods that is nothing has previous, which is for checking previous, for fetching in backward direction.
Okay.
Next index, previous index. Set is used to replace, add is used to add a new element. Okay, so these are nothing but methods of list iterator. What we need to remember is, we need to remember list iterator is coming from iterator only, but it is having more
Yeah.
features.
Oh.
Okay, it is having more features, and let me show one program based on this also. Okay, I'll just modify the program. So I'll just
Okay.
remove this while loop. Okay, I don't want this while loop. Okay, so I'm writing list iterator. Again, I need to write integer here.
Yeah.
See, properties are important. Okay, so hash table is coming from, so we need to remember in that way.
Yeah.
Okay, so those
Yeah.
things are
Yeah.
important. Okay, so here I'm writing v1 dot.
Like where we need that, sir. Like somebody asked it, or we need them in program, or what? The table.
Actually, this
Properties.
so I have list iterator integer li is equal to v1 dot list iterator, and I'm printing in forward direction. Let us say I'm writing here forward.
Wow.
Yeah, I want to print in forward direction, so I'll use while. Okay, so in while I can use this method because same methods are there. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm writing int some k. So I'm printing k. Fine.
K dot. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, k is sufficient because li dot next is fetching in k. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Now I'm writing one more in backward direction. I want to print in backward direction. So if I want to print in backward direction, I need to use while li dot. I have method called as previous. Okay,
Previous. Yeah.
this is li. Okay, li dot previous. So this is like previous method, and in previous method I'm fetching int j is equal to right typecasting symbol. Okay, that is integer li dot. So this is like previous. Okay, and here you need to write has previous. Okay, because we are checking has previous. That is has next. Here has previous. Okay, this is simple. And I am fetching that element in j. Let me run till here. So this while loop forward direction, this while loop backward direction.
Backward direction.
So I have 10, 20, 30, 20. After that I have backward direction, that is 20, 30, 20, 30.
20, 30.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. Now I'll do one thing. I'll add elements also. So I'm adding, let us say li dot, I have method called as add. So if I want to add,
Yeah.
I can add element. Okay, so I'm adding some 60, and I'm adding one more element, some 50. Okay, two elements I have added. Now these elements added or not, we need to check. So what I need to do is I need to repeat same line. Okay, this while loop I can take. So I'm changing this, I'm changing to ll. Okay, so I'm here adding after adding. So this is nothing but ll, and here it is nothing but again ll. I'm writing some kk here also kk. Okay, See, first while loop is forward direction. This is like backward direction. After adding, I
Backward.
need to check whether it got added or not. Because I said
Yeah.
if I'm adding list iterator, it is also added in vector. So I need to check that one.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing is I am again, okay. So here you see after adding, I have 60-50. Okay. So I got 60-50
Yeah.
also. Right. So this is nothing but using list iterator. Okay. And we have seen few methods. Okay. Few methods. We have so many methods.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. There is one more. There is one more way to iterate or to print. That is nothing but for each loop. Okay. So this is important. For each loop is nothing but advanced for loop. So in C language we have for loop. Okay. In Java also
Yeah.
we have for loop, but we have something unique that is nothing but advanced for loop, that is
Advanced
for
for
each loop. Okay. Advantage of this one is nothing but we are not worried. We are not worried about index variable. Okay. About index variable we are not worried in for each loop. Okay. I'll show one program so we'll understand this. So here I have. So this is my for each loop. Let me remove this. This is not required. Fine. So syntax is something like this. Sorry. Syntax is something like this. I'll just write down the syntax separately. You need to write for data type some variable. Here you are writing data structure name or okay, data structure name or some array name. Okay, this is nothing but syntax. Syntax they'll ask, okay. So for
Yeah.
data type some variable colon some data structure name or array name. That is the syntax. Okay. Now let us go back to program. Here I am writing import java.util.arraylist. Okay. So I'm
Yeah.
taking array list. Array list is coming from list and list allow duplicates.
Yeah.
And my main method, and I'm creating array list object. And what is array list object? Array list AL1. AL1 is nothing but my array list object. We know how to use this generic now.
Yeah.
Now I'm adding AL1 dot add 100, 200, 300. I have added elements. Okay. That means in array list, okay, in array list you have 100, 200, 300. Okay.
100.
Assume this is like
Yeah.
array list.
Okay.
Now going back, I'm printing my traditional loop, that is old for loop. And if I want to
Yeah.
use old for loop, I need to take first index as 0
Yeah.
and I need to repeat until number of elements, that is 1, 2, 3. So size is 3, but for that predefined method is there. Size is a predefined method. So
Okay.
I is less than 3 and I need to increment that index value, that is I plus plus.
Yeah.
Initially 100 will be stored at 0, so I'm writing get of 0. So get of 0 is nothing but 100. Second one, get of 1 is nothing but 200. Get of 2 is nothing but 300. So this
Yeah.
loop
300.
will repeat 3 times. But here headache is
Yeah.
there. I need to maintain index variable and the condition, everything. This is like old for loop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I'm printing by new for loop. And what is the syntax? Syntax is data type,
Data type variable.
some data structure name.
Yeah.
So I'm writing for data type is nothing but int because I have integer values only.
Yeah.
Variable I'm taking anything.
Variable is K. Yeah.
Colon, my data structure name is AL1.
AL1.
I'm printing only K. So no need to check condition, no need to increment, nothing. Okay, so it will take care all.
So the upper for loop is not required.
Yeah, that is not required. Okay, this is like
Yeah.
traditional one. This is like new one.
Yeah.
So it was introduced in JDK 1.7, sorry 1.5. Okay.
Okay.
So it was introduced in JDK 1.5. So this is like advanced for loop and enhanced for loop. Okay. So let me save this program and we'll check how it is printing. And let me run this. I have for each loop .java. Okay, I have one bracket problem, I guess. Okay, I need to put one more bracket. I'm compiling again. So I'm printing by traditional for loop 100, 200, 300, by enhanced for loop
Yes.
also. So it is 100, 200, 300.